Okay, so my name is Benga, as many of you know me. Started the Wealth Hackers, and like we're talking about, we are mainly into coaching, strategies, investing, and trading. And one of the things I realized is that what's it called? When it comes to awareness about money, we're not very aware about money in Nigeria. We love to get money, but we don't understand money. Okay, we love to get money. Yes, a lot of you will leave a job and go for another big one, but you don't understand money. Okay, and which is why I started this whole entire business. And there's so many people out there as well. But of course, you need to understand who knows money, who understands it. That's one thing. Another thing is when it comes to building wealth, guys, building wealth is as good as a full-time job. It is a full-time job. I tell people that, when it comes to building your wealth, you've got to treat it as, I don't know how we have, I'm not going to ask how many born-again Christians do we have here, because I know I have I'm dealing with a lot of Nigerians. But, I tell people, treat your wealth as your salvation. What do born-again people tell you? They will tell you that tomorrow may be too late when they're telling you to accept Jesus. That's the same way you should treat your wealth building when it comes to building your wealth. Okay, tomorrow may be too late. But at the same time, I tell people the same time also that, anyway, they don't arrest late comers. Okay, right. Somebody said he cannot hear me. Can you hear me, everybody? So if one or two people can hear me, that means it's your end. Can somebody just type to the person that she should come out and come back in, or leave and come back in? Good, they can hear me. Good. So please help me type or chat the chats in the room. Just say, you can hear me. This is the person's audio. And one thing I always tell people, which is what I've learned growing up as well, I tell people that wherever you are, be there. Again, wherever you are, be there. Some of you are elsewhere right now, but you're at the same time, even though you're logged in, but you're not really paying attention, which means you're not with me and you're not there either. So you're not gaining anything from either ways. So wherever you are, be there. If you want to be here, be here. If you want to be there in the other place, be there. But wherever you are, be there. What do they say? Be present in the moment. And that's what I mean. So if Mr. Ade wants to see me, for example, and he says, oh, BK, can I just see you for a few minutes? I've got to see him. I'm not going to be on the phone. If I'm on the phone, then I'm not there to see him. I've got to be present in the moment. Except he says, oh, we're here for 2 years, then I'll know I have to enjoy myself, do other things, but be present in the moment, and wherever you are, be there. Okay, so we're going to be talking today about the blockchain technology, not mainly blockchain technology, because I know most of you are here because of the money. So we're going to be looking at the money angle, the money side of things, which is the cryptocurrency and investing in cryptocurrency. I will keep it very, very simple, top level, and we'll take it from there, okay? Are you with me still, guys? Everyone with me? Fantastic. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Right. On that note, I shall share my screen. And then we're going to be talking about investing in cryptocurrency, and we shall be going through the basics. And though we are going through the basics, I will be asking you, or I shall be talking initially about what is blockchain. So cryptocurrency evolved from blockchain, okay? Blockchain, which is more or less a technology. But what is blockchain itself? What do we mean by blockchain? Who knows? Who understands the concept? Have you heard of the term blockchain? What is blockchain? Can anyone explain to me? Right, I will still stop sharing my screen so you can see me. So what is blockchain? Anyone want to try it? Explain it? Okay. Right, I'll see if I could get something. Internet currency, right? Yes. So we get these things misconstrued, okay? Blockchain is not cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is not blockchain. Cryptocurrency is just a facet, okay? It morphed from blockchain. But when we're talking about blockchain itself, blockchain Blockchain is just a system. It's more of a database. Okay, blockchain is a system of recording information in a way that it makes it very difficult or impossible to change or to hack or to cheat the system. So it's more like a transparent system. So if I say I want to send money right now to Nigeria, yeah, absolutely, digital ledger, okay, which in this case, so if I say I want to send money to Nigeria right now, I'm going to give the money to Western Union, but Western Union will not ship that money on the plane, will they? They're just going to give Mr. Ade the equivalent. They're going to take some charges. You don't even know what checks they did on me. You don't know who they spoke to. We don't know how long it should have taken, even though they're going to tell you it's going to take 3 to 4 days. Okay, so, but blockchain is used into, yes, so it's a ledger in which all cryptocurrency transactions are carried out. But it's not just for cryptocurrency, you use it in health, in so many other things. In fact, someone's talking about internet version parts 2. I was talking to my daughter yesterday about cryptocurrency, and I'm saying, think about it, it's cryptic, okay? Which means what? Secret. No, it's a code, cryptic, okay? Cryptic. I don't know, we've got a few Christians here, but if you look at what's, think about the 10 Commandments, that thing on the tab, what God wrote, it's a cryptic language. Not everybody could read it. It looks like Moses could read it, could translate it. Or when people are speaking in tongues, it's a cryptic language they're talking, but you don't get it. But they're going to tell you the translation later, right? And that's is crypto, okay? So a blockchain is essentially a digital ledger. Transactions are in which it duplicates and distributed across, it's essentially a digital ledger of transactions that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of computer systems, and that's all it is. So it's a very complicated computer network. If you think about it, for example, I'm taking you a little bit to the stock market. We've got Coinbase. Coinbase has never been hacked, okay? And they pride themselves on that fact that they've never been hacked. One of the systems we use, Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet has never been hacked. Again, they pride themselves on that fact that they've never been hacked. I'm on a few of their forums, and I get people saying, "Oh, I sent this money, and I'm still waiting for this. I'm waiting for that." But the main admin will tell you it's never our fault because we've never been hacked. We can never be hacked. Okay, those are the kind of things. So they are flaws, but not on that side of things. So we're just strictly looking at the technology side of things. But now the money bit has actually been morphed from it. And now we're talking about cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency came from that technology of blockchain. Does that make sense? Now, cryptocurrency, I was talking about if I want to sell my house right now, I need to find a buyer, I need to find and someone who's going to help with advertisement, I need to find somebody who's going to do this. It's probably going to take 5, 10 weeks or months even, right? But blockchain, I want to send you money. It's all instant, transparent. I cut out the middleman. I cut out all these things. So there's a few rumor, or is this going to replace money? We don't know. Okay, but can it work side to side with money? Absolutely. Blockchain is not just, or cryptocurrency is not just a way for you to get money. You need to understand what it means. So let me start sharing my screen now then. And now we're going to talk about, essentially, what we are interested in is how we're going to make money from it. That's why you're here, right? The next most important thing after oxygen is money, right? It's money. So give me a second. Now let's talk about this. Investing in cryptocurrency, go through the basics. So I've actually muted everybody, but I just want to ask you guys, so which category do you think you are in? Do you think I'm just a novice, but I want to get started? I have a basic knowledge, but I'm yet to invest. C, I already started investing, but I'm looking to learn from it. Or D, I'm just here for the ride. So I'm happy if you're here for the ride, guys. Feel free to tell me. I've got A, B, okay? B, C, okay? Quite a few, great responses, guys. Well done, well done. A, B, C. No one is here for the ride. Wow, okay. I would have thought, do something better with the internet data. Okay. Started investing, but looking to earn from it. Well done, well done. Okay. See, wonderful. Someone raised their hand. Do you want to say something, Emmy? Fantastic. I love this. Great mixed responses. Right, guys, raise your hands. So I will give you time to, you get room to respond later, eventually, ultimately. I will get room you'll get room to answer to ask your questions. Okay. But if it's not an emergency, do you want to quickly tell why you raise your hand? Maybe? Feel free to type it as I'm talking at the same time. Okay, let's just keep it going. So the key things I want to talk about in the contents are the crypto basics, which I've just been talking about. I think a lot of you are here trading on, yeah, feel free to send me a message, please, as well. Trading on Binance. Also, we're going to be talking about the funding and how to navigate this Binance functionality. I'm not working for Binance at all. It just happens to be one of the most common platforms that we use. And what are the benefits, of this market? What do you think is possible? But of course, this is an evolving market. It's very possible. You see a lot of money out there, but we don't talk enough about the risk. And I haven't actually included it here, but I will be talking about it. One of the most important things is have your wits with you, guys. Very, very important. Risk management is necessary in any form of investment. You could lose it all, okay? You could lose it all. Yes, you can make 25, quadruple your wealth, but you could also lose it all. So guys, let's be careful, okay? Risk management is very, very important in whatever we do. Now, so a few questions I've been getting, and I'm going to quickly address all this. So how do I buy? Let me actually just take it off sharing so you can all see me. Or actually, let's just go through this. So how do I buy and sell crypto in Nigeria as a result of the CBN ban? Okay, I did a YouTube video on that, on buying, cryptocurrencies generally. I did a YouTube video on that. What type of coin can I invest in, and how do I go about it? Okay, so the first question is, how do you buy crypto? I did a YouTube video. I even bought one live on the computer on the system. So what I'm going to say is that, guys, it's just go to the buy side, P2P. I'll go through it a little bit here too again. What type of coin can I invest in, and how do I go about it? What type of coin can you invest in? Number one is, of course, get as much knowledge as possible. There's so many, we've got over 8,000 coins out there. It's not about what type of coin should you invest in. If you have a fair understanding, then you will understand. And this thing is just so broad, okay? It's not exactly the stock market. It's totally different from the stock market, but it's really, really broad. So I just start investing in cryptocurrency. Number one, get the knowledge, be with groups, read as much as possible. I mean, the YouTube videos are there, watch as many, don't follow the crowd, maintain your focus, have your own mind. I mean, I've got a few strategies at the end. How do I know what coins to buy for long-term maximum profit? Yes, why are we here? We are here for the money after all, the profits, okay? So how do you know? I think over time, once you start familiarizing yourselves, you will get to understand. So a lot of these things will be answered during the course of this session, and I'll keep this session short and simple. So in the Mentoring Club subscription, which I have got, okay, does it involve crypto tips, or is there a separate subscription for that? We do actually have a crypto room, and yeah, I mean, I actually have in fact, I'm actually giving it away now for a third of the fee. We do have a crypto room. There's a lot of mentoring going on there. Every day, we are giving trading tips, making calls, signals. So yes, we are there. But even though we're giving signals, I don't think that's the right way to learn. You still need to own that signal. You don't pick every signal and you think, okay, is this for me? Is this not for me? Take a decision and own it. Does that make sense? What coin can I invest in, buy and hold, and get good returns on investment within 6 months to a year? So even though I could give a few coins, but that's a wrong way to think. So never, ever, ever, ever think in the short term. Whenever you want to invest, always think safety first. Remember, I talked about risk management. Always think of the long-term safety first. How do I monitor and benefit from the fluctuations in the cryptocurrency markets? Oh, that's very easy. Be there, be involved. You've got your system. Automate it, monitor what's going on. You don't have to be. You see, what you see on the movies about people being on the computer all the time, that is not trading. You could automate it. There are times when the market doesn't play in your hands. Everything you touch just does not turn to gold. push away and focus on something else. But yes, I'll show you some of these things. And how do I perform fundamental analysis for crypto? Again, I'm going to be talking about some of these things as well. Okay, so let's get started. Well, where are we? Okay, so let me stop sharing my screen so we can talk about these things. But before we talk about that, let me just quickly show you, and you see what is possible. Again, bear with me, please. Remember, I did say a lot of things are possible. Now, this is just someone's testimony here. You know, as you can see, he said, "Oh, I've got 100. I started 100,000 in there, and it's now, you know, what 10x, a million." As you can see, this is what month are we? April. So within 3 months, and this is not me to drag you or magnetize your grid. You've got to control your grid very well. Okay, this is not me advertising anything. It's just someone. So this is some of the things that could be possible. Okay, and this is somebody else again. As you can see, 04/04/21 in 30 days. You know, $5,000 in 30 days, or difference of what? Difference of about $3,000 and a lot more, $3,000 of daily profits and loss, 2,000. So some of these things are possible. This is what we do in the mentoring club. Okay, someone say, I want to share my testimony. My money was small, but I got my husband to put 4,000, and this is dollars, by the way, guys. This is in dollars, and he got $10,000. You know, which is over. You know, I spent $440 on something that is now worth $1,649. I decided not to show the listed coin. But yeah, so yes, while all these are possible, but of course you have to understand, you need to understand the basic concepts as well. Now, let's go through again. Still, just give me a second. Right, and I'm quickly going to talk about this as well, and then we'll go through the navigation. So what are the best ways to achieve success? Number one, you need to understand the basic principles. Understand the basic principles. You need to manage your assets very well. They are yours. I have a lot of people who probably have been on my course, and ultimately, you know, 3 months later, I don't hear from them at all. And I'm like, what's going on? I've been busy. And no, guys, this is your financial future. You've got to maintain it, take care of it. It's very important. This is your baby. You're growing it yourself. You owe that baby. If you don't touch it, it wouldn't grow. Remember, whatever you do not measure, it does not grow. Okay, manage your assets. So control your emotions. Don't just be in crypto because someone said you can make money from it. Understand it, learn it, learn the cycle, understand the concepts. The fear of missing out. You know, someone's going to tell you, oh, this one is going up, and you just want to jump on it. Be careful, okay? Find a strategy and find a strategy that works for you. If your strategy is hodling, hodl, is hodling, which is a buy, and I'll leave it, and I'm going to walk through the ups and downs. That's fine. If your strategy is, do you know what? I just want to trade. Fine. And some people got a hybrid mix of strategies. That's good also. Okay, so now I'm gonna show, and of course we do have a 2-day course on here on, you know, which involves the blockchain and the crypto fundamentals. Risk management is way deeper than that. Fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and of course how to pick winning coins, what you need to look out for, which is, you know, as you can see, the price here is just 20,000 naira. If you want to join the mentoring club for the crypto, I think that's actually 25, so it makes it 5,000 naira for the crypto. But okay, let's go through the all the reasons why we're here. I just want to show you guys. I will show you I think many of you need to understand how to navigate the Binance, don't you? And that's what you struggle with. So how many people here have what we call the Binance platform, and how many people do not have it? Let me see who does not have it. If you don't have it, let me see your hand, or let me see in the comment section. If you don't have a trading platform where you can trade your crypto. Okay. Wow. So I don't. Okay. I'm just going to quickly share a link for you to download and register. They call it KYC. Okay. So you need to need to verify. It's kind of like ID. So give me a second. Let me just quickly get the link here. Bear with me, please. So, right. So feel free to download the, someone say, oh, download it on your phone. Wow, that's good. That's good. Because of the lecture. Oh no, well done, well done. Okay. Somebody said I should increase the capacity for the room. I can't, unfortunately. I think you could only take 100. I don't think I can increase the capacity. I'm so sorry. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. Just bear with me a second. Right, okay. Oh, someone said I have to pay for it. Yeah, by the time I'm going to have to pay for it, it's going to take us a bit more. Wow. We might have to run another session later because it looks like the party is actually, it's a big party we're having here. So if you're here, guys, one thing I tell people is that if you are here, not just here, I mean, if you understand it, if you're getting this information, and especially getting it for free, believe me, count yourself very lucky. You're one of the very, very little, I'm talking about 0.1% in the world, of the world, who are here, who is getting this information. And I'm not saying I'm telling you anything secret, but half the world still believe in the old fiat currency, paper currency. And there's nothing wrong with the paper currency, but you have to understand the world is evolving. Okay, we started with electricity, and then from there now, from nothing. Then we started with candles, and then went to electricity. Okay, and that's how the world is evolving. Now some people call it cryptocurrency, blockchain, internet version 2. Okay, so the world is evolving, and it will always evolve, and that's just the way it is. Now, let's go through the key thing, which is Binance. And I'm just going to go through, I just want to show you how to navigate it. And many of you get confused. So I'm just going to quickly log in. First, let me log in. So you could log in on your computer as well. And it's got what we call a two-factor authentication. So I'm logged in. It's going to send me a code. Let's share my screen here so you can see. So something has been sent to my phone. And I can put the number here. 9. Now I'm going to send something else. Oh, it's in. So once you get the number right, it's in. Okay. Now, so the few things we want to go through is how do you buy, how do you sell? So this is me, and I think I should just literally blur this out so as to protect myself and a few things. Where are we? Hide. Thank you. You didn't see anything. Great. Okay. So let's talk about how do you buy. Oh, somebody said you cannot register. You should be able to register. Yeah, if you're in America, you have to use Binance.us. Okay, if you're in the United States, it's a different URL. Now, let's go through how do you buy. Okay, so there are a few things to understand here, and so this is your wallet, of course. You could go to the home page here, but number one, let's go through the P2P. If you want to make a deposit, it's your Binance. So you go here, P2P trading. That's where you go, peer-to-peer. So you're getting money from a fellow Binance user. Okay, so peer-to-peer, it's just loading. Let's see. And because I want it in fiat, just means your cash. Okay, I want it in Naira, so it should change. NGN. You see that? It's just loading. It will change to Naira in a minute. Right, it's in Naira. It's warning you of the risk involved, and a few terms and conditions there. Binance does not take responsibility for transactions that happen outside, confirm. And right here, you can see people, you could buy from them. It's quite straightforward. Once you do a buy, it would ask you how much quantity you want to buy. And you've got 15 minutes to complete that transaction, and you can see this counts down. It keeps refreshing every 30 seconds for the price. And sometimes, see, it's no longer available. It's sold it already, okay? So even if you try and put money there, it would not accept it. Oh, buy, okay, 202 is what you will receive. Okay, so it's still there, it's still there. Once this is green, then you can do it, and you can cancel as well, okay? But because I'm not proceeding with it, so I've cancelled it out. So these are the different rates, or maybe the price. And sometimes, please watch out for this percentage completion. I've never had a problem here. So, you know, some people want to go with higher percentage of people who complete their purchase. It just helps their business. So for your own safety and risk, go with higher percentages. All right. How do you fund the Binance app? It's the same way. So you just go to trade P2P, okay? And also, if you want to, so let's say you want to fund it in the UK, for example, so you could go via P2P again, but this time around, what you have is your denomination, GBP. Can you see that? And I would rather, I mean, this is what I pick, because this USDT, it tends to correlate with the US dollars, okay? So it's actually saying for each dollar, you get, well, for each pound, sorry, each dollar is worth about 74p for this person. Different people are selling it differently. Can you see the prices? And that's it. But so I tend to set USDT because that's what I think I should buy. So you could either go the P2P way, or because you're based in the UK as well, other thing you could do is, and I've done this multiple times as well, funding. I'll send the money straight to the accounts. Where is he? I think it should be on the homepage. I've done it on my mobile. I can't really find it here. It provides an avenue where you could send the money to trade, not this. Yeah, bank deposit, sorry. Yeah, there you go, bank deposit. So if you go to bank deposit, it's actually free. And they tend to say it's instant, but yeah, I mean, they will tell you it's 2 to 3 working days, but it's quite fast. It doesn't take that long, okay? And you can see here, fiat, which is the cash, and do faster payments. They don't charge you anything. And this is it now. It costs you nothing. They don't charge you anything. And they will tell you to, you know, to enter a reference number that you have to put in there. But see, don't charge you anything. Are we happy? Okay, now the other key concerns is, so you can fund with Naira accounts, but you cannot fund with Naira directly. You have to go through P2P, peer-to-peer, which is here. So you go to peer-to-peer, buy. So which is, what did I do just now again? Trade. Can you see this trade? It's like a trade. So this is trade P2P. Can you see that? And you've got multiple options. So if you want to do it in Nigeria, NGN, and this is it here. So you have a few people who are selling, or a lot of people actually, who are selling. And please, you want to start with USDT. It doesn't matter what you start with, but this is just very common. Sometimes you could buy your BTC direct or ETH, and this is where you go. So if I want to buy from this guy, for example, I could just say buy USDT. And if I buy USDT, how much do you want to buy? And he's told you the range before of what he's selling, okay? If you go back here, can you see the range of what he's selling? Sometimes feel free to put your range here if that's what you can afford. 100,000 and search, and then it will filter through how many people are willing to sell to you. Can you see that? So this guy can accept from 50,000 or perform a transaction from 50,000 to 503,000, 100 to 100,000. So these are the things you need to look out for. Nothing major, there's no disaster. Are we happy? Now, wonderful. Let's go through the other key concerns. How secure is your P2P? There's no situation after transferring your Naira to the individual. No, it's very secure, actually. Why did you mention you always buy P2P? Because P2P, sorry, I always buy USDT. USDT correlates with the dollar. So if you want to hold some money in your account, then you want to hold the USDT. That means you're holding the dollar. It's not as volatile until you're ready to use it. You don't expect dollar to go down 10% or 25% up, whatever. Even the 25% up would be better. But dollar is fairly stable, and that's why United States dollar, USDT, it tracks or correlates with the United States dollar. Okay, good. Yes, you can use Binance in the US. Your URL instead will be binance.us. Okay. Of course, remember this is not a Binance class. There's so many other platforms. There's a crypto.com, there's Luno, which is in Nigeria, there's gates.io, there is, what's it called? KuCoin. There's so many other platforms. There's blockchain, there's Coinbase as well, which I IPO'd yesterday. However, Binance just happens to be the cheapest for me. I think it's the cheapest everywhere, really. Some people don't find it the most user-friendly, but after a few spins, it becomes easier. Now, so let's just say you want to buy something, and there's so many opportunities here. I'm not going to go through all the opportunities just because of our time. But if you're in Nigeria, do not use the card. Do not use your card, please. Do not use your card. But if you are in the UK, yes, you can use the card. If you're in America, different situation, but do not use the card. The bank will block your accounts. Again, I'm saying it again, do not use your card. Don't use your bank accounts here. I don't even think you can anyway, but trade P2P with those guys there. Now, where are we? So you want to trade. So let's just go here. I tend to go very, very straightforward. Classic. Now, it looks very difficult here, but it's not, guys. It looks very, very confusing, but don't worry about it. It's not. the mobile phone, yeah, mobile app is so much friendlier than the web. I actually prefer the web version. I don't know. Yeah. I prefer the web version. Okay, so just give me a second. I prefer the web, not because I prefer what's hard, but I just think the web serves me very well. And if you're able to serve, if you're able to master what's very important, everything else becomes very easy. So let's just say you want to buy, there's a coin called, you have to understand also, not all coins are here, okay? But there's a coin called AAVE. Let's say that's what you want to buy, okay? All coins are in pairs. Now look at them. Can you see AAVE USDC, AAVE BUSD, AAVE BNB, AAVE BTC? So what you need to understand is that all coins are in pairs. If you have USDT, so what you want to buy is on the left. What you have is on the right. Again, what you want to buy is on the left. What you already have is on the right. So if you have some USDT in your wallet, then you can buy. So you will have to pick AAVE USDT. If you have some BTC in your wallet, then this is what you're going to select. If you have some Ethereum ETH in your wallet, this is the one you will select, okay, etc. And it's very, very, you've got to be very, very careful, okay? Start slow. I'm not going to go for anything advanced because otherwise it's just going to go over your head. There's a lot to this. Now, once you select it, and then you find it here automatically. That's the price right now. So you say, how many do you want to buy? Okay. So sometimes depends on the balance on your USDT. You could just do 25%, 50%. 75% or 100%, okay? If I've got USDT, this should reflect, all right? And also, if you're trading margin, then that's when you have to start using the cross, etc., cross margin, isolated margin. But we're not going to be talking about margin trading here. We're just going to keep it very simple. Okay, buy. And remember, I said you could automate this. So this is a 474. Now, can you see this OCO? Some of you don't understand the difference in limit functions and market functions. So limit buy and market buy. Limit is when you tell the market, when it gets to a certain price, that's when it should buy. Market is just you buying at the market's price. So you go to the market, they tell you something costs $5, you just take the money. You just take $5 or you pay $5. That's the market's price. But a limit is different. You set a limit that you want to buy. And you could automate your system, which is what I'm saying here. Now, yeah, 5 times, 5x, 10x, okay? It just means, so that's mostly in leverage, okay, or margin. So you're borrowing money. You want to buy 3 times the amount you have, okay? You don't even need to have that money. So you're borrowing to buy, but be careful. Again, it's going to run up 3 times and you could crash 3 times as well. So be careful. That's more of a risky side, but don't go there until. Oh, somebody says she can't see my screen. I'm actually sharing. Can everybody see my screen? Can you all see my screen? Yes, you can. Wonderful. Okay, you can see my screen. Great, great, great. Thank you. So that's what you do. So OCO just means one cancel other, okay? So you can put the price here, the stop, okay? This is the stop. So if you're making a loss, so let's just say here, you bought something at, look at this chart here. You bought it at this price, okay? And it went up. You're excited, but you left it there. But it got to this point. You think, oh my God, it's coming down. But you could set it that, okay, once it gets here, it should sell. And that's what you call your stop loss, okay? So you bought it and it went up, you're excited, and it was going down, you're thinking it's gonna go back up, but you don't wanna lose your money. So you're thinking, okay, I got it at this point, but when it gets to this point, it should sell, and that's your stop loss. I hope that makes a lot of sense to some people. Okay, let's carry on. So you could use, is it a good coin? It actually is a good coin, but what you have to understand is good is relative as well. We're going to be talking about a little bit about that actually. Some people just say, oh, is this a good coin? Is that a good coin? There's so many good coins out there, but you have to understand that your job here is to buy it cheaper than what you think it is. If I say I want to sell my brand new iPhone right now, somebody might say, oh, I'll pay $800 for it. But somebody else will say, I'll give you $200, not because it's being stupid, but because that's the whole essence. Buy low, sell high, so you can make money. That's why you're here, isn't it? So you can make money, and that's why you're here. So yes, it might be a good coin, but make sure it's not overpriced, okay? What are we going to say? Your food, Gary is a good food, but if they call it to you 10,000 naira per kilogram, you're going to say, Mama, would you accept 5,000 naira? You do that. Exactly, same thing. Now, okay, so this is how you can set it. And if you, as long as you have money there, it will buy automatically. Now, when it comes to selling automatically, but you cannot set both of them at the same time. You've got to set one. So this is for you to be able to buy. And if it bought, then you could set this as well to sell automatically. So now this is your coin, and it's going up. And you're not sure, this coin is giving you so much headache, but you set it that once it gets to this level, sorry about that, it's not straight, you should take profit. So it got here, it went back down, and then it was going back up again. So can you see at this point, you wanted to take profit. So because you remember you've bought already here. Now let's clear it. This is what you shall do then. So you put the price here. So again, remember you said OCO, one cancels other. So the price that you want to sell, the price that you don't want it to go below, okay? And that's a limit price. Okay, when the market hits this point, boom, it should, yeah, it should sell or it should buy, it should sell rather, okay? And then you just need to slide, how many do you want to sell? 25, 50, 75, or the whole lot. And then you just hit this. It would not sell except the market has hit the price. Who's not clear about buying and selling? So let's take a 1 minute timeout. Who is not clear about buying and selling? Somebody say you lost my audio. Did you lose me there? Is it everyone there? You can hear me okay? Wonderful, wonderful. Somebody wants me to take this selling again, okay? I should explain OCO again, okay? We good? Right, I'm just quickly going to go through all over again quickly. Now, let's go through it again. So normally, can you see this drop down? This arrow is called the drop down. This is what you see, okay? This is your limit buy. This just means a lot of us just blindly put the, we just, as long as we got USDT, you just slide and you buy. And that's it. I've got no USDT. So, and one thing is once you click, this market, this price is just, it just does a little bit of a flash, boom, here, and that's it. It doesn't give a very obvious confirmation, okay? And this is your spots. Spots is very important. That's where you want to be for now, spots, okay? So limit buy is just buy it when it gets to this X price, okay? You use that to protect yourself. No, I'm not going to buy this thing at $400. Only when it hits $300 is when you should buy. And as long as you got money there, if it hits, you will buy. Markets is, you're just buying it. They say this 0.33534717 and 97, boom, buy at that price. I don't care. I got a lot of money to play with, and that's it. Now, stop limits. Now you're setting the stop limits. Stop at this price. Okay, stop limits more or less. Remember, stop limits has got two. Stop is divided into, the stop function is divided into two. There's the stop limits and there's the stop loss. Okay, so when it gets to a certain price, the market should stop and take this action. When it gets to a certain price, the market should stop and take another action. That's the stop loss. But it comes with a bit of playing with it to understand. And this is where we are. Okay. When it comes to buying. Now, when it comes to selling, again, let's just leave it as it is. You don't have to do anything. It's just where it is. But you can choose to set an OCO. One cancels the other. Once you set OCO, this becomes broader and it gives you more options. So that's the price there in USDT equivalents. I haven't got any money, so unfortunately, you're not going to see anything. But now, when the market gets to a certain point, this is the point where you want it to sell because you want to protect your trade. Think about this. So you bought it and it went up, but you're thinking, oh boy, what if it comes back here? Oh, I don't want to lose my money. And that's why you will set a stop loss here. Okay, stop. Okay, and protect my profits. So that's when people say take profits. We use it to take profits heavily. Okay, and then the amounts, of course, and the limit. So stop loss is literally what you need from here. It's very, very important. And then you could just do sell, and it's just going to be automated. It's just going to process the order here. So it's going to be here waiting for you. One more thing I wanted to say is, if you scroll further down here, you can see your open orders. Yeah, open orders, order history. These are the orders I've placed. Trade history. I haven't had anything today, but you could also look. Can you see a day, a month, 3 months? Can you see all my trades? There you go. Yeah, so I've placed quite a few trades. And then you could filter it according to your dates. And then look at the funds I'm holding. And that's, you can find them here. So, sorry, as I'm scrolling. Are we happy? So that's with buy and selling, or buying and selling. Okay. Do we have any questions so far? No? Anybody with a question? Come on, question by anybody? None. Okay, now let's go. Somebody didn't get the OCO. OCO is, okay, let me explain it one more time. So when you want to buy or sell, I'll keep it very simple and short. Okay, so this is remember you are in your spots. OCO is a way for you to automate your buy. OCO means one cancel other. So once you do OCO, it brings more options. Can you see? I've reduced it. OCO. So with OCO, you want the markets to stop and perform a certain function for you, which is stop and buy at a certain price. So you don't like this coin at this price. So you're telling the market. So you think, I think it's only 0.2 is a good price for this thing. 0.2 is the price you want to set for it, okay? So when the market gets to that point, buy this coin at 0.2, okay? How much do you want to buy based on how much you have in your accounts? Then just say buy. Do you want to buy 50, 25, 50, 75, 100%? And then you could just do that. So you're telling the markets so you're giving the markets a direction. That's what you're doing, okay? But many people don't use it. But if you're a very busy person and you think you want to be able to monitor this thing and time it effectively, then OCO is really, really good. It's a really good function for you. And likewise, you can use it to sell also. Okay? Is there an advantage for buying a certain pair over another? That's a really good question. I will say yes. I will say yes, okay? If you believe in Bitcoin and you think you will, oh, how do you mean? You mean if we have, okay, let me see. I think this is a question you're asking. It's a good question, Paul. So now let's say AAV again. So instead of you buying AAV USDT, AAV BUSD, no, it doesn't matter. It depends on what you have. So if you have USDT, then you could just do remember what you have is on the right, what you need is on the left. But let's just say you have both AAVE USDT and you have AAVE BNB, then it doesn't matter. You could just use any of them, but I prefer you use your USDT because that correlates with the dollar. That's what I prefer to use. Okay, let's keep it moving, shall we? Now, okay, let me just address a few questions. So Wave USDT, Wave BNB, exactly. No, there's no advantage at all. So because BNB is a Binance coin, okay? I prefer to invest in BNB, so I just want to hold it. I don't want to spend my BNB. I rather want to hold it. I've got a few BNBs, but if I'm really, really desperate to buy Wave, then I would, get rid of my BNB and buy Wave, and that's it. Okay, let me just quickly look at some of the questions here. Yeah, 25%, 50s. Yeah, so that's the amount you want to part with of your budget. You want to leave with 25% of your money. Do you want to buy 50%, 75%, or the whole lot? Okay. Somebody said it keeps rejecting their ID. Send them a message. Send customer services a contact, because I think I have a few of my friends as well that their ID has been rejected. Can you see your daily performance by a coin in a chart? I will show you that too. Okay. How do you know when to buy? Great question. Great question. What's the spot and the future trading? Okay, good. Let's quickly talk about the spot trading. So we're going to quickly talk about the spots trading, and I will tell you in a minute. Somebody said, what's the difference between, was it limits you mentioned? Let me just quickly look at the chat again. price and the stop. So remember, price is you're telling the markets to stop and do something, okay? That's the stop function, okay? Stop limits, for example. When it gets to this price, this is the limit, the maximum I want to spend. That's the limits I want to buy. Stop, I'm making a loss, stop, because I want to cut my loss here and sell. Stop and sell, okay? They call it stop loss. Price is just the prices, amounts you want to buy. It's that simple. Now, what else did I say I want to show you quickly? The 25% someone mentioned was here, right here. So it depends on how much you want to spend of your budgets, 25%, 50, 75, or the whole lot, and that's it, okay? So it's quite straightforward. Now, I wanted to show you something else. Okay, you could, so again, back to your wallet. So fiat and spots. Your spots is your on the spots. That's literally more or less it is. Okay? Does that make sense? Spots is on the spot, more or less. Now, let's go to my budgets. Or my wallets rather. So wallet overview. You can see what you have in your wallet, an overview. So unfortunately, you can't see. So the good thing about this is you can hide, show or hide balance. See, if you click it, it's going to show, and it could hide it again. And click this number here, and it's just going to give you a breakdown of what I have. So it's giving us some of the coins I have, as you can see them. And you can perform further actions on here. So you can't see, so I'm actually hiding what I'm holding. And this is it here. So I could buy more, I could deposit, which means I'm transferring to other people. For example, I could withdraw, okay? I could sell some of this. I could trade it, easily sell. And look at this here. You could actually be making money like a savings account with this here. So there's so many things you can do. But I think I wanted to answer a question. Can you use stop loss in Binance? So when you want to, if you don't want to buy a whole coin, but it's a fraction, yeah, it's fine. You can buy it, but you don't. Oh, yes, you can. You can. In terms of stop loss, stop loss will work regardless of the quantity you have. I mean, Bitcoin is what, 62,000 odd. How many people can afford a whole Bitcoin? So you don't have to buy the whole Bitcoin, okay? And that's it. So that would essentially mean you have to part away with about 62,000 USDT. Not many people have that. Okay, your daily performance. Can you see my profits and loss? Yesterday's profits and loss. That's my fiat balance. That's my balance in cash. That's my spot balance, on the spot balance. And this is my cash and on the spot balance. But let's look here. Can you see this tiny arrow? So if you click this tiny arrow, let's see if it hides my profits and loss. Don't tell me it hides everything. Oh yeah, can you see that? It did hide it as well, but it did display graphically, accumulative. So over the last 7 days, the last 30 days. So you can see the difference, how I've been growing and the performance of my portfolio. See, it ramped up heavily here at some point. I'm not sure what happened, my assets, and then it dipped heavily. I made it quite a bit of a big chunk of withdrawals at some point, and that's it. So you could actually see your performance. You could customize it as well if you want. I've got 1 or 2 people who I've spoken to who don't believe or trust this analytics, but we're different. Okay. Okay. Also, what else do I want to show you? So I've talked about margin. Margin of futures. This is actually a bit more complicated. Literally you are borrowing, okay, or you want to buy more. So you're borrowing without having to buy the whole coins with your money. But be careful, you can make a whole lot more money, but at the same time you can lose a whole lot more money as well. It's just me talking through the basics. Okay, and this is all part of the margin trading. I have traded margin before. I understand how to trade margin, but I rarely go there. Okay, so be careful. And as you can see, that derivatives, these are very much more complex. Be careful, okay? If you don't know what you're doing, don't even come here at all. Okay, So how could you withdraw into your bank account? So you can, if you, so you will withdraw the same way you make your deposit. If you are in Nigeria, for example, then of course you're gonna have to go through the P2P route again, which is convert your coins to USDT or whatever coin is acceptable, and then sell it back on USDT. Sorry, on P2P. It's quite straightforward. Your major challenge is you cannot buy via P2P without SMS verification. Unfortunately, you're not getting the code required in the mobile phone you want to use. What should you do? It's frustrating. Based in Nigeria. Yes, it happened to a friend of mine. Change your mobile phone, change your phone, and it will work. Yeah, change your phone, try and change it. And in fact, I was telling my friend that she was registered already. Okay, what else did I wanted to talk about? There's a lot more to talk about, okay? But I can't finish it all here. So like I said again, you can start making some passive earnings here. Your spot order, I haven't really used dual currency converter. Okay, you could see your history if you've been earning, you could convert. There's a lot you can do here. Okay, but I just thought we should go through the basics. And I don't know if I was rushing, but I feel this is more than covered the basics. So I'm just going to go back to my PowerPoint now. But again, so this is what we're talking about here. So this is some of the things that's possible. While it's very important to talk about what's possible, it's not, people don't really talk about the risk involved, guys. There's a lot of risk here. And when I say there's a lot of risk here, if you don't own your strategy, if you don't take care of your account, you can lose all your money. There are lots of scammers out there trying to get access to your account. Remember, this is a digital account and there's a problem with hacking, etc. Binance, which is what we use here, it's got this safe two-factor authentication, which is you have to log in with the password, then send you so you need to go through two things for them to get access to your account. Number one is the text, number two is the email, which is good. So two-factor authentication makes it harder for people to just hack in anyhow, and that's good. They used to have problems of people just penetrating them, but now things are easier. Okay, so this is one of the things I said you can, so understand the basic principles, and please, please, please keep learning. It never ends here. There's a lot more to it. So this is what I said I do offer. It's kind of like a 2-day course, really, but it will go deep dive into blockchain and crypto fundamentals, the risk management, the fundamental analysis. If you think about what is involved in fundamental analysis, you're looking at the circulation supply, the project itself, who are in charge of this project. Look at the white paper, look at the circulation, look at the volume as well, look at the history, even look at the use case, which is very important. Everything's got a different use case, and there are some which is just meme coins. You've got to be careful, and this market cap is not as straightforward as that of the stock market. The liquidity, how things are, because even some coins have been burnt. So either the market cap is a bit wishy-washy when it comes to calculating that, but it's nothing that you cannot handle. Okay, there is a technical analysis, very, very important, and of course, how do you pick winning ones? Do you want to trade, or do you want to invest, or do you want a hybrid of both? Very, very important. So that's some of the things I do offer. Feel free to join me if you're interested. It's only 25,000, and you get a month in the mentoring club as well, where we give you crypto signals every day, and we are constantly sharpening our skills and teaching it. But yeah, let me entertain your questions at this point, guys. I don't know, I hope it's been of help to anyone out there. But yeah, let me entertain your questions. So you just want to buy and hold. Is Binance okay for that? Wonderful, good. So please feel free to start sending in your questions. And if you want to talk, feel free to just say you want to ask me your questions with your voice. Yes, Binance is okay to buy and hold, actually. In fact, one of the mantra I tell people is stop selling your coins. Because if you look at some of these past prices where they've come from, but I tell people that past performance is not an indication of the future. So the fact that something is done 10,000% doesn't mean it's going to go and do 3,000% tomorrow. No. So yes, it's okay to buy and hold, but at the same time, you want to be careful. How do you know what you should buy and hold? For example, not many people, some people just want to buy and hold, but you cannot buy and hold every coin. Okay, there's some coins out there which is not just great. I mean, they call them shit coins. That's literally what they call them. Like, they haven't got a great sim behind them. You just get, at some point, people are just raising coins anytime at all. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are, what am I saying? You want to make sure that you are buying and holding the right coin. Okay, very, very important. I think someone's asking me what does it entail again? Which so I'm going to show you what the class entails. Even though it looks on the surface as this, but this is what's involved. So you want to make sure that you are not just buying what we call shit coins. You're not pumping, and there's some coins that pump them and then they just dump them. Okay, you just end up carrying back. They're worthless. Okay, be careful. There's what they call the airdrops to promote some of these coins. But there's even a way to get in earlier and make a lot more money. You get the tokens. And there's some really good promising projects out there. So can you buy and hold? Yes, you can buy and hold. But at the same time, you can. You want to make sure you identify, what you need to buy. But remember, one of the principles when it comes to buying some of these coins is that, you need to, of course, you need to learn technical analysis, fundamental analysis. You need to be able to own your mind. You need to be able to have your strategy. You need to know what you need to buy and hold. You need to be able to control yourself. You're not just doing a FOMO. You need to be able to take profit when it's due, because if the market is giving you 300-500%, take some of this profit. It's giving you money. What are you looking for? Okay, don't just be there embracing it. So there are times like that. So yes, it's going to be there. It's possible. It's going to make you rich, but at the same time, understand this market. Okay, right. Marceline wants to ask me a question. Okay, right. Let me unmute Marceline, and actually, so you can all, so everyone, so you feel free to unmute yourself if you want to ask a question.
Hi.
So 1 minute. Somebody said, "Is the crypto mentoring club different?" No, some of you are in the mentoring club already, and that's fine. You don't have to join a new mentoring club. It's the same mentoring club that we've got. That's fine.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening to you. So your question, of course, sure.
Yes. Can you explain how we put details into CoinGecko? What goes in there for journaling and all that?
Of course. So when it comes to the crypto market, the crypto investing or investments, one thing is that it's a lot more different from the stock market. And when it's going, when things are going up, you can't really track it like that. So we tend to use a different app, and I'm not promoting the app at all, but it's just what I use, and I use what we call it's called CoinGecko. So I'm just quickly going to show you how I do mine. Okay, when it comes to the CoinGecko that I use. Somebody was asking me when are we taking this course? Yeah, so the course itself is actually it's next week, 23rd, and it's on 23rd and 30th. So let me show you on the system how I use this here to record my buys and my sells. Right, this here, bear with me, please. I'm just going to go to the website. So let's just say, where are we? Let me share my screen again. Right, this seems to be my portfolio at the minute. Now, let's just say you want to add a coin. So you just bought a new coin. Let's call it AAVE. So you click on it. So you go to CoinGecko, this website, and you register. So I'll click on this AAVE, and it's very simple. You've seen it here. Okay, sorry, go back to your portfolio. And I type, sorry, so the first thing you need to do is add a new coin. Yeah, AAVE. It brings it up. So let's just say you've been trading. So add a new coin, it brings it up. And usually once it brings it up, it's at the bottom. Oopsie, it's at the bottom here. Now you do add the transaction. And you could just, so I don't know how much you paid for it, but you will know how much you paid for it. And let's just say you bought 10. But sometimes maybe you realize 45 minutes later, that's when you want to add it, but you've forgotten, but you know overall how much you spent. So I tend to tweak this. As long as I know I bought 10, it's going to be there on you will find it on your Binance, how much you bought. Then the price per coin, just feel free to tweak this a little bit. So let's just say we spent $5,000, okay? And we bought 10. So let's see. 190, ooh, so it's not, okay, okay, so it's getting close. 520, 510, 50. You spent 5,000, didn't you? Oh, bang. Well, let's just say you spent 5,025. So 0.4, no. 0.9, no. Okay, let's try 1. Remember we said you spent 5,025. So you just have to tweak this. It's a simple math. It's very simple. Just make it as close as possible. Okay. So 5, sorry, let's try this, make it 2. Make it, yeah. So it's getting there. There you go then. Straightforward. So it's quite straightforward. And once you do submit, then you're going to find it there. Okay. AAVE somewhere. That's it there. But because I don't have it, so delete, just unclick that star. Yeah, it's in maps. Boom. Remove, yes. So what I did as well, I've got 2 portfolios. So I call this trading, and I've got a long-term project. Okay, and you can see that. Trading, long-term projects, and that's it.
So I can separate the portfolio from trading and long-term.
Yeah, so and you just rename it, call it whatever you want to call it, and that's it. And that's what I did. And you have it as an app on your mobile phone. It's very straightforward to use. This is just the way it is, CoinGecko. And from here as well, you could also see, if you go home page, you can see so many coins trading at different prices. You know, I mean, look at Binance. BNB's done 46% this week. XRP did 92% this week alone. This one here, 201%. Okay. But be careful. Don't just chase these things. Don't be chasing these numbers. There's a lot more to this than I've just shown you. Okay, look. And then let me actually show you something that's very possible. Let's just pick a random one. Let's pick Atom. Okay, and this is what you notice. And you see the last 1 year is on 1,031%. Okay. So, you know, that's return on investments for whoever's invested. It's on 26,580%. Do you understand? So, you know, don't just chase the money. Invest with your head, with your brain. Don't just come here, oh, this one looks like it's going up, it's going up. You know, just please be careful. This Algorand, the last 1 year, 782%.
Well, we'll wait for your signal anyway, so.
But yeah. So yeah, you just want to be careful, okay? Over the last 7 days, it's done 20%. But overall, all I'm just trying to say is that if you are here with me right now, you're listening to this message, not just because you're here with me, some people are not here, but they still understand that the world is changing, the cost of the wealth is being transferred, okay? Please, please, please. I know many of you say you doubt this new investments. Please, I think you should embrace it gradually. Start embracing. And I'm not saying money is gonna, you know, the world is gonna dump money for this.
Can I ask another question?
1 minute. So I'm not saying the world will dump money for this, but you have to embrace this new thing, okay? You know, take a little bit of a bet in it. Don't be a late comer. Don't sleep while on it, because a lot of us gonna go back 25 years later and we'll be like, oh, I wish somebody told me, oh, BNB that we used to toss around as $20. Now it's at $600. It hit $600 a few days ago, 2 days ago. And I'm like, well, you know, and he said, I'd imagine, I mean, when I'm 2010, I used to buy Bitcoin in the shop, corner shop, 10 pounds, and they give me about 15 units, Bitcoin, 10. Now I can't even afford one now, yeah? But I used to buy 15 for $10, 10 pounds, sorry, 10 pounds, Bitcoin. So please don't be late into this whole new wealth journey. Invest in a little bit. Cryptocurrency should now be a part of your wealth. It's important. It's still very new, guys. It's still only 10 years old. Even my daughter's 10. My daughter's like, it's only 10 years old. Like, yeah. So that's very new. So there you go. It's a very young thing, guys. So you're not late at all. Don't go on about it's already expensive. I'm late. No, you're not late. Marceline.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you differentiate what? Because I remember one time you sent it to the group, the crypto room, that we should have coins under NFT, DFI, and long hold.
Right. Yeah, because many people here are still very new. So, not many people would understand.
Yeah, but the one asking the question, so it's personal to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can't do that here. I don't think it's very right, because so when it comes to you investing, okay, I'm going to give the broad spectrum, which is diversify. And I think that's very important. Diversify. But
my question is, what's the difference between NFT and DFI?
DeFi, okay, right. So when it comes to DeFi, so cryptocurrencies are in different facets. Okay, we've got DeFi, which is decentralized finance. Think about it. I think I said a little story here when we started this thing. If I want to give money if I go to the bank to get a loan, and I'm sorry, but I look some way, I dress some way, I have tattoos, the guy may just not like me. Okay, he wouldn't give me that loan. Okay, so there's somebody who's in charge. It's centralized. Okay, the economy is this way. We have the CBN will say something. Central bank, somebody is controlling. Okay, but then it's been decentralized now. We don't have a central. There's nobody is in charge of the money. It's called a fair. We're trying to create what we call a fair system. Do you understand? That's when it says decentralized. Now, there's what they call the NFTs. NFTs are also known as a non-fungible token. NFC is, if you think about it, guys. If I say Ade's going to give me money right now, Ade's looking at me right here. If I say Ade wants to give me $2 million out of what God has done for him, he's not going to send that money to me in the UK. He's not going to ship it. He's just going to say, give me your account details, and he's going to send it, as he's been doing, right? That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do. So that's it. So everything is going digital. Now, you think you have a piece of art on the wall, it looks beautiful. Non-fungible is now your art, now in digital form. Okay, so I could literally take a picture of this screen right here, and that's my copy. You could all see, you could take that picture from my picture, I could forward it to you, but it's not the original one that's taken. Do you understand? I could send you a text message, it's the original one. Mine is the original one. If you like, forward it to your whole family. It's not the original one. It didn't come from mine. And remember, some people think, oh, that's easy. Who cares about that? But things it would evolve over time, okay? And if you think it's going to be here, then I think you will be missing a lot. You'll be missing the plot. And you'll be making a lot of mistake, a world of mistake. In fact, if you don't join them, don't join them for the sake of joining them. Join them if you think it makes sense. And for me personally, I think it makes sense to join them. One thing I tell people in the mentoring club, especially the whole January, February, when I was trying to get the whole crypto room started, I said, guys, I want to be the groom. I don't want to be the guy watching the groom. Yeah, I want to be the groom wearing that ring. I don't want to be the guy watching the groom. So I've been encouraging people, please get involved in this new transfer of wealth. There's what they call the market cycle, and there's a business cycle. Market cycle is reversible. If you think about it, today something is selling in the market. Tomorrow something else is selling. It's like in the stock market. sometimes I said IT is the one that's is the one that's actually going up. And then the next season, you just realize that all industries are going up. The next season, you realize that everything financial is just going up. Okay, that's what we call that's movement, market cycle. Some of you have some IT stock, tech stocks. You're going to be like, no, I'm going to hold my stock. Why? Because you know that it's going to come back up. Now, there's what they call the business cycle. Business cycle never ever comes back. Okay, when we're talking about business cycle, I'm going to ask you guys: do you think the world will go back to reading newspapers? Do you think the world will go back to reading newspapers? Let me see your chance. Absolutely not. That's a business cycle. The world has moved away from that. Do you think the world will start using, those big TV, Sixers, that TV in your daddy's house? Big head. Yeah? Even though it might be 100 inches. Do you think the world is going to go back to this kind of TV? Plasma, for example. Somebody said, no way. Absolutely, that's a business cycle, okay? You evolve or you die. It's like me saying, do you think, look at Kodak, for example, a few months ago, last year, in the days of Donald Trump, they went into pharmaceutical because, who's really buying a photo and say, oh, I want to go and develop the film? That's a business cycle. So market cycles, that returns, but business cycle would not. And that's something you need to learn. And this is a cost. But do you think the world will go back to trade by barter? Yeah, I'll give you pounded yam. You give me 2 bowls of. You give me a pencil case. No, it's going to tell you no. So you're not going to go to the market and give them pounded yam because you want an iPhone. No matter what, Yoruba will say this mama's got 7 lives, 7 layers. If you like, put fish and egg and everything there, put blood in there. The guy's going to tell you no. I want money for my iPhone, and then the world has moved over time, and that's the business cycle, okay? And that's what's happening. In the days of my grandfather, they used to spend calories. Now I'm an old man myself, but we're not going to spend calories anymore. The world has moved. You did trade by barter during the lockdown. Well, yeah, during the lockdown, of course. Okay, so even though you might say we're still having a trade by barter because you're giving people your time if you're working 9 to 5, so it's a trade by barter in exchange for money, right? We still exchange for money, so they're still giving you money. Okay, let's just see. Ibn Edion, you have a rich person name. Come on, Ibn Edion. Okay, hey, Philip, my brother, how are you? Let me just go through the questions more. So how do you perform fundamental analysis on crypto? You read charts and market cap. Well, okay, really good question, Miracle. And, I like you asking me that question. So when it comes to the cryptocurrency trading or investing, that is totally different from the stock market, okay? You don't look at the crypto market the same way you look at the stock market, but there's so many things you got to look at when it comes to consider the fundamentals. You got to look at the supply, for example, the maximum supply. Who are the people involved in the project? What's the market cap? What's the ranking? What's the circulation supply? What's the maximum supply? What's the use case? Even then, of course, have a little bit of the charts. Look at the volume. Look at the liquidity. So there's a lot to it than it is. Okay, it's not just in fact, up to the technology that they use in building it. There was a coin yesterday. I thought it was a good coin. And I thought it was a good coin, but somebody did not agree with me. But I thought it was a good coin. We agreed to disagree. That's fine. But there's another coin the guy mentioned. I thought it was a rubbish coin. And the guy disagreed with me. But eventually I had to tell him, look at this technology that they use. And say, oh, yes, because it's a community control technology. So, oh, okay then. So, it's cheap. It comes a dime a dozen and this kind of thing. So there's a lot more to it than it entails. But yeah, so it's not something I'm just going to be able to talk about right here at once. Okay, do we have other questions still, guys? Talk to me, guys. Do we have other questions? And then we'll call it an evening. Well, I'm able to retain 100 people's attention. Wonderful. Let me tell you a quick joke, guys, which is what my mentor used to tell me. Okay, so there was what percentage of one's, okay, let me actually go back to your question. The cost, the price slice, so what percentage of your income can you dedicate to crypto? I would not be able to tell you that actually, because it depends on you. For me personally, I have actually dedicated 30% of my wealth to digital. In fact, about 70%, I will say, because stocks are digital as well anyway. So more than 70, 80%, I might keep moving the goalpost. About 70, 80% of my wealth is digitized, believe it or not. What is money anyway? Money is still digital, isn't it? You go to the bank, what do we see on the bank statement? It's all screen. Yeah, sixes, all that zeros you see, isn't it sixes? Yeah, it's all digital. So your assets are digital. And so personally for me, I think digital is here to stay. How much can you start with to make it worth it? Okay, so one thing I tell people is, gone are the days people would tell you, oh yeah, you can start with $5, da, da, da. Yes, you can, because they will take $5 from you. But you want to turn $5 into $1 million? Then no, you're not ready. Okay. So please, if you say you haven't got that money, please go find it, work harder, and invest in yourself. Okay. That's the rule number one of investment. Invest in yourself. Okay. Get that money and find it, work harder for it, and then start putting to work for you. Guys, until you can work and make money while you sleep, then you're still not making any money. Chukwemeka, do you want to ask me your question?
Yes, thank you so much for this session. It's been very, very enlightening. Just to take us back a little bit to where you explained non-fungible tokens. I didn't really understand the analogy of the picture.
Okay.
The painting, yeah. So if you could use a different analogy, that would be very helpful. Thank you.
I'm just thinking, is this another analogy? Okay. You know what Twitter looks like, right? Of course, not being disrespectful. You know Twitter.
Yeah. Yes,
if you send me a tweet, yeah, the one you sent, that's the original one, yeah. But if I go retweets, those are just the copies of your original. Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
Yes.
The very first one you sent is the original, and you could choose to sell it. Remember, what is art? Art is anything. What we're doing here could be called art. What you create is called art. Am I making sense, everybody? What you create is art. So I can choose to sell my art. You could choose to pick that as an art. Let me see if I can find. I've seen some really cool NFTs online, actually. And in fact, there's a company in the stock market. They went into NFT museum. And it was, their stock just skyrocketed. Okay, so NFT museum. Let me see if I can find them. I'll just see if I can find images on the internet. Oh, I think this is. I saw the video. Let me see if you can find it. Oh, I can't really. Okay, let me just share my screen. I can't really see them per se. I can't really see them, but something like this is what I saw. Can you see this? This is a digital art, yeah? And that's literally what it is. Okay, I wish I could find the video. I was trying to see a video. Okay, so it's just art, but in digital form. But it doesn't have to be the real art. It could be anything. So let me see some NFT museum, if you can see on YouTube, for example. Of course, we may not be able to hear anything. The NFT museum. Let's just see if you can see a second. Right. I can't really see anything. No. No, it's probably just the setup. Now, you can't really see that. But yeah, NFT is just what? Art in digital form. That's all it is. Does that make sense? So if you take a picture right now, it's an art. You don't need to go and develop it at all. It's on my phone. Okay, if I take a photo, it's on my phone. Okay, that's art. If I send a text message, that's my art. The original text message without you forwarding and forwarding on. That's literally what it is. Okay, it's a very simple concept. We just tend to overcomplicate things. And how could you invest in it? Sometimes you could just invest in some of these coins that are strictly into NFTs. Yeah, so it represents a unique ID linked to a piece of crypto art. Yes, absolutely. Okay, Dada, I think you got a question as well.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Hi.
Yeah, I came late into the class because I couldn't get access.
Oh no, really? Yeah, we got very busy. Yeah. I didn't realize we we're going to get busy.
All right, thank you very much. Now, my question is I came in late, so that's why I'm asking this question. I'm sure you'll have treated it.
That's okay.
For a beginner, you know, where do I start from? How do I start? Then, secondly, the mentoring club.
Yeah.
Is it possible that when I join the club, you will take me as a beginner from the very start to where I can start to trade on my own?
To an extent, yes, because
I get signals from you to trade. My question. Thank you.
Sure, absolutely. So, number one, because you're very new, I've actually did basics on the cryptocurrency before. It's actually on YouTube here again. Feel free to please go watch it again. That's the way to get started. Just keep learning, learn as much as possible. Don't restrict yourself to that video alone. There's so many other tools and books you can read. But the best way to get started is just getting started. Okay, that's the best way to get started. So if you join the mentoring club, for example, remember the mentoring club is us being in a group. I mean, it's only what, 5,000 a month. I mean, you could take that from your daughter, right? If you've got a child. So we are in a group, okay? It's not just about the signals. Yes, we do give signals. There was a time when we had a really crazy bull run, and I just told guys, no, calm down. I'm going to restrict some of these tickers that's flying over because people are just gambling now. No, I want you to be able to master your emotions, master your mind. Okay, so we are trading to be better human beings. Number one, we're trading, of course, to make money. And there's so many gems, which is being shared, being discussed, and you're learning almost every day. Does that make sense?
All right.
And that's the essence. So the only difference is, think about it. I don't know. Let's just say you're a medical. Okay, you still need a university degree. You're a mechanical engineer right now. You need a degree for that. It's going to take you 4 years to get the degree. UK 3 years. If you don't go the university route, there's no scheduled routine. You're just speaking to your friends in a group. Today we discuss this, tomorrow we discuss this. It's going to take you longer to get there. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's the only difference. So if you take the course, for example, you know whether you like it or not, you got to attend these 2 sessions, right? However, when you don't take the course, then you know that, okay, this is going to take forever to get there. Not forever, it's just going to take you longer, that's all. Okay, if you get a dedicated bus from Lagos to Jos, you know whether you like it or not, this bus is leaving without you. Or you just want to go on the road, hitchhike. Hello, sir, Jos. No, I'll take you to Abeokuta. Okay, stop there. Hello, sir, Jos. I'll take you to this place. Does that make sense? So there's a difference. That's all. But either way, you will get there, but it's just going to take you longer.
Thank you.
That's okay. So, but of course, so, and not everybody wants to get in the, on the course, because yes, you might say, I've priced it cheap. Some people still cannot afford it, but they want to invest. Some of them just start off with a mentoring club, and it's always very advisable. You need to, which is what I tell people, guys. Always be in a group, be in a financial group. That's the only way you can grow. Okay.
Hello.
Someone is that talking to me? Right. Okay, Sparrow, your question.
Can I ask a question?
Hello.
Okay, somebody is saying hello first. Do you want to talk?
Okay. Hello.
I can hear you.
Hello.
We can hear you. You have a phone?
Okay. Good evening, Agogbenga.
Yes, sir.
My question is, can you please do us a favor for us that are not too conversant with this? Hello.
I can hear you.
My phone is appeal. Can you please integrate this crypto mentoring into the already existing stock exchange mentoring?
Stock market mentoring club.
Please, so that we can be able to at least catch up a little bit, especially for those that are for those of us that are not financially stable. Please, it's an appeal.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just that's what I want to say. Just an appeal.
Yeah, okay, it's fine. We'll do that. That's fine. I might do for a limited time, actually, for about a month or so. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We can do that.
I don't know if I was.
No, you were clear. Yeah, I will do that. That's what I said.
Hello.
I heard you.
No, I think my network is.
I don't think he could hear me. I heard him already. Okay, guys, someone else has got a question.
Can I ask a question?
Not you first. Hang on, we've got somebody else who's got a question.
Please,
And
can I crave your indulgence? Please.
You've got to wait, please. I think there's somebody else here who wants to. Oh, is it Chukwemeka is gone? Okay, right. Go on there, Marceline.
Can I crave your indulgence to please explain stop loss OCO again? And I'm sure some people here would agree with me. I'm very sorry. Because I was muted when you were explaining. So I wanted to ask a specific question. Like each of those boxes, what's the requirement there? What are we supposed to put?
Right, okay. I might actually ask you to get to watch this again. Let me see if I've got my screen up still. Do I still have my system up? Okay, let me try and do it again for the sake of people who probably want to get it again for the last time.
Yeah, please.
Okay, here we are. So we're talking about the automating your trade, okay? So there's two things you need to do. This is what you do when you want to trade. So limits or markets, okay? But if you come here, there's a stop limit, there's an OCL. OCL is just one cancels other, but you don't need to worry too much about that. So if you do OCO here, it brings up further field. So here, if you want, so let's just say you want to buy Bitcoin, okay? Remember, you go here, whatever coin you want to buy, and it appears at the bottom here. So you want to automate it. So you say you want to buy Bitcoin, and let me just pick this one here, actually, AAVE. So it's selling. Oh, I paired it with ETH, but I want to pair it with AAVE. Can you see the alts here? This is my alts. Feel free. USDT. So I want to pair it with USDT. Now this is it. So this is the price. Okay. This is the stop. This is the limit.
What price? What goes in price?
Hang on a minute, please. This is the limit, and this is the amount that you want to buy. Now, so this is the price, okay? So this, your price and your limits will be the same, okay? And then, so this is your control function, more or less. So half the times you just put the price in there. Sorry, I haven't got any money here, actually. It would have been best demonstrated. There's a little video on Binance that explains it, about 2 minutes video. So I haven't got a video. I haven't got a thing here. So this is the amount overall that you're buying. This is the limits that you want to set to buy. This is your key function. This is the most important. This limit here is your key function. That's the most important. So you want to buy at what price, okay? This is the cost of each one in terms of USDT. And this is the limit function, is the most important. That's what you want to focus on, okay?
So this limit here is saying that, okay, when the price falls to this amount, then buy.
That's correct, limits. When it hits, not necessarily fall. You may want to buy higher, I don't know. When it hits that price, that's when you want to buy.
Buy high.
Well, you will be surprised.
Okay. So for selling, what happens? You've taken it off.
Yeah, I'm a bit tired now, Marceline. For selling, so you got to do, for selling, so you come here now. So once you've got your stock, your coin rather, and then you go here, and here again, you put the limit, sorry, so make sure OCO is activated, and you put the limit price that you want to sell for, the limit price. Limit is your key price, okay? So stop limits. So two of this will be the same, okay? And this is the present price, stop and limit, and it shows the amount here, okay? Overall, so this is the price, stop, and the limit will be the same, okay? And then just send.
So the stop here, is it stop if at a loss or stop to take profit?
It's up to you. You could stop to reduce your so we go here. So you bought the stock or the coin. You got it here. Oh, sorry. You got it here. So you could set a stop here because you know that you made a loss. Okay? Or you could set it hits this point and it started coming down. You expected it to keep going up, but it started coming down. You could set it here. So that way you still made some profit.
Okay. So what if I've set the stop limit at a higher price and it hits that price? Does that mean it's going to sell automatically at that price?
It will sell automatically, yes. Right, this is meant to be a basic class, guys. Foundation. It's just a Q&A about the basic functions. I think you know a bit more about it, so I think you should just watch the 2-minute video on Binance. It'll make more sense. And practice with it. Practice. Put a little bit of money. Sometimes people want to understand things theoretically, but without putting into practice, implementing it, it wouldn't make sense. So how do you take profit? There you go then, that's how you take profit. So you could sell, so you buy, and when it hits a certain price, you could set your limit there at that point as well, set the limit price. So the price, so I was gonna sketch it something. Look, it's not all about losses, guys. Look at that, I'm very poor. You bought it at this point, you could set your stop limit here, or your, yeah, oopsie. Or you bought it at this point, you expect to keep going up, you could set it here, you reduce your loss, okay? But if it comes back, you make some money instead. So two different scenarios. It's not as hard as we're making it, guys. It's not hard. You couldn't hear me. Oh no, everybody can hear me. Right, okay. Where are we? So I think it's a good time to go. How do you join the mentoring club? There's a link out there if you want to join us, please. And what else? But I think most importantly is I'm actually encouraging people. It's not just about my mentoring club. I'm literally encouraging you guys to learn and keep learning. That's the most important. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Have a pleasant, nice day, weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Benga. Good night.
Thank you. Good night. Bye.